your roof. It's the most important protection against nature for your home or your business. That's why I trust the experts at Exterior Home Solutions.
Exterior Home Solutions 2-minute drill following Tennessee's 29-16 loss at Florida. You could have asked for a better start, Eric.
Yeah.
You get the stop after a lengthy Florida drive where they only went up 50 yards. They missed the field goal. Then you go right down the field. Joe goes 4 for 4.
Yeah.
Big pass play to Squirrel White. Touchdown to Ramel Keaton, and boom, it's 7-0. Then a terrible job of tackling by Kamal Haddon, and all of a sudden it's 7-6. And then after that, Tennessee just really kind of struggled to get going.
Well, back to the start, I mean, exactly kind of what we all said all week long, the keys, the first aid, all that type of stuff. And if Florida was moving methodically down the field, you make a third down stop, they miss the field goal, maybe you got your hand on it or whatever, and then not only do you get the ball back, give up no points, you go down the field, Joe looks really good, throws a touchdown, and you're feeling good about yourselves. And then you go to that second quarter, and that's when the wheels kind of fell off. You know, we got a nice stat breakdown we'll put on the board later tonight, but, I mean, you had Florida running 21 plays, Tennessee 11. Tennessee threw for 3 yards in that quarter, where Florida threw for over 100. Rushing yards out of this world in that quarter. It was a horrible second quarter, and by the time you started making some stops in the third quarter, I mean, it was kind of too late. It just kind of, that's what told the story tonight, was the second quarter.
Yeah, you're down 26-7. They scored 26 unanswered after the initial touchdown. Defensively, you couldn't get a stop at all in the first half. They kept getting third down after third down and running
7
the
of
clock.
8. Florida was 7 of 8 on third down.
Running the clock and doing so. And then you started to make adjustments. You started getting stops. Offensively, though, the offensive line struggled.
Yeah.
Jalen Wright, any yards he got, and he ran it pretty hard.
Yeah.
We're all on Jalen Wright's legs. I mean, like, he had unbelievable effort. And the communication was bad between Joe, between all the offensive linemen. It wasn't just one offensive lineman, it was all of them. You know, and now you're going to get the clamor from the fans for a lot of change. You know, I mean, you know, you look at the board tonight. They're clamoring for Nico. They're ready to be done with Joe Milton.
Yeah.
Josh Heupel isn't going to go there right now.
No.
You know, it's just not going to happen. So it's going to be interesting to see what kind of changes they make in a week where you play UTSA at home. UTSA, really, this is a make-or-break game for them in some ways. Not that their season's over because they play in a different league, but at the same time, they're 1-2 right now. Mm-hmm. You know, they don't want to get to 1-3. They were a team that was a dark horse to, you know, be trying to push for a New Year's Six game. So this is going to be an interesting game next week.
Well, it's going to be a huge, interesting game, and kind of looking back at this one again, there was a lot that went wrong in this one, and we'll talk about it on the post-game mini-pod, on the Rocket Top Rewind, you know, all that type of stuff. Defense was atrocious and all that, but I'll say this, there were a lot of things that went wrong, offensive line, defense, and all that. Joe Milton did some things that were not great. Those procedural penalties
hurt Tennessee.
I mean, it killed Tennessee. The last 3 offensive series of the first half. Play number 1, false start. Play number 1 on the other drive, false start. Timeout on the last drive, and then a busted play. This team struggles on the road. Don't count the Vanderbilt game. That's a home game for Tennessee. South Carolina, of course, Georgia, and this one, it's a little bit of a trend and not a good one. But, you know, you can't do anything about that now. You can't do anything about that next week. As you pointed out, get back on track with UTSA and kind of see where you go from there the next time you hit the road, which will be a big one coming up in a couple of weeks.
Tennessee falls at Florida. The first SEC game of the year is a loss for Tennessee, 29-16 the final. The Vols had plenty of opportunities in this game and just did not make enough plays. They'll get back at home next week for UTSA before returning to the league here at the end of the month against South Carolina. He's Eric Kane. I'm Austin Price for the Exterior Home Solutions 2-minute drill.